Right guys and girls, a couple of people have asked about fast dungeon clearing builds, particularly solo dungeons, so I'm just going to show you a good example of what I like to use. Really important for clearing solo dungeons, consumable. Cabbage soup, carrot soup would do as well. This it gives you out of combat health regeneration, so that means between your fights your health's going to regenerate without the need of a healer. And that's really going to increase your clear speed by a lot. No downtime, no having to stop and swap your armor to mend wounds or anything like that. Going to really quickly go over the build. Guardian helmet, emergency heal, really cheap helmet. It's not a huge heal. It can cleanse, poisons, burns, any kind of dots off you as well at the same time. Just a little extra heal to help you keep going, or for the harder fights. Got that cleric robe in there with the everlasting spirit. A little invulnerability for 3 seconds if you need it in a particularly tough fight. And we've got the 53% damage bonus on the cleric robe. You always want to be doing this in cloth armor, it just makes things so much quicker. And I'm using scholar sandals for focused run. The reason I use focused run is it can get you out of a sticky point if somebody dives on you because you're immune to CC at the same time, but it also regenerates energy when you use it, so you can use it to keep your energy up between the pulls. And I'm using a sword, or dual swords I'm using here. Any sword would work, any axe also works. It doesn't have to be the swords. I'm using the AoE Q, the heroic cleave. It hits everything around. I've got parry strike on. It's a higher unlock skill. Interrupt also work fine. Iron will, hamstring, whatever you want to use. All of these W's are interchangeable, but I have the parry strike on. Spinning blades. So this is you have to build up your heroic charges using the Q. Once you've got 3 charges, you can jump to a location and deal big AoE damage. So this helps me keep moving, move from pack to pack, and keep the fame per hour up. Last of all, poison potions. T4 poison potions, they're super cheap. You can carry a bunch of them, they don't weigh a lot. They're really going to help you out on bosses and tough mobs. And I got the Limehurst cape in for energy because sword and axe as well is both very mana hungry. Right, let's get on with it. So little mob packs like this, the small what I call trash mobs, you just want to be using your Q. Always try not to waste any big abilities if you don't have to. So you can see these are going down fine just with the Qs and the auto attacks. Then I can deploy myself in there using the E of the sword. These smaller packs like this, you know, single mobs, like I say, just don't waste your E, use your Qs. So I've got my heroic stacks up, jump in, there we go. So that's that next pack cleared. Makes things super quick, you know, it's increasing your mobility, and it's making you clearing really fast as well. So you can see that cabbage soup kicking in there. No you can't because I haven't eaten it. Now you can see the cabbage soup kicking in, generating my health. Same, got the 3 stacks, deploy in. Always try your best, if possible, to group up mobs. You really want to be doing the maximum damage as possible to as many mobs as possible all the time, so group them up as best you can, as long as you know you can tank it okay. poison pot on that boss. Speed things up a little. Not picking up silver for the purposes of the video, but with the silver shrine, too good to miss out on. Okay, so using that sprint there, just to move from pack to pack, speed things up a little bit, got me some energy along the way. These little shrines are really cool in solo dungeons. They've all got a little buff on. This one cooldown times and restores energy. Really handy. So again, grouping them up, deploying in with the E. Sprint between those packs again. Poison pot on the boss. This is really important to just keep moving all the time. You know, try to avoid any unnecessary pauses, anything like that. If you can, the faster you can move through the dungeon and clear the mobs, the better. Just for example, say, I mean, I'm just in a T5 Black Zone solo dungeon right now, so you know, the fame per mob isn't huge, but I am clearing it at a very high speed, which means that the fame's not too bad at all. Generally, you know, if you're new to the game, the T5s these days are pretty empty, because there's so many high tier zones around. Everybody wants the high tier content, so if you just want somewhere chill, so you get some fame, tier 5's not a bad place to start. So you want to be at the boss, get a poison pot on him. See, we lost a little bit of HP here. Emergency heal on the Guardian helmet just tops us up a bit. And that's it. Easy as that. So, Guardian helmet, Cleric robe, Scholar sandals, sword or axe, Limehurst cape, and your cabbage soup and your poisons. Easy as that.